there, I have got a really cute little cupcake card for you, one of my favorite things. So I thought that would be just a really sweet card to give to anybody. I'll show you what we're using. Get a hold of it all. I've got the Petite Dianthus, which is just a tiny little flower that we're going to use to accent the corner. The cardstock stack from the Die Cuts with a View. This is called Milky Patterns, and there's some really cute little just straight lines and chevrons and things in there, so we're going to use that as a little background. The focal element comes from our Treat Yourself Cupcake set, and I've got a border here. We'll show you how to extend that. And I'm going to do a little bit of a backing just to give some detail to the back of the cupcake with the Ava die from our Frames and Tags. And I've done a bit of matting and layering with the double stitched rectangles. They're really useful for that. Okay, let's pop all these to the side and bring in our backing piece, which is just a piece of white, a coconut white card. I'll give you a quick measurement on it. That is 6 3/4 inches by 5 5/8. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to leave this plain, but I want to add a border to it. So I've taken the border that comes from the Treat Yourself Cupcake set and I've cut it once, but I want to extend it so it's quite a bit longer. It goes all the way across our card. So what we're going to do is just slot it back into place, just sort of wiggle it around, bring our plate over, make sure it just feels good and put back into those same holes. And a bit of tape. You want to tape this really well so it doesn't pop out. A couple of those. Just make sure it wiggles back into place. Bring our top back over. Give it a quick cut. That should do it. Looks good. So you can see how that's really nicely extended now. So what I'm going to do is just pop that on. Since more of it will show this way than this way, I'm going to use the nice end on that side. Use a little bit of spray glue on it. Okay, and just maybe say 3/4 the way down. Pop that along the edge and just run it straight across and we'll trim it. There we go. Find our scissors. Just trim it even with the edge of the card. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into place on my backing and we can kind of move forward from that. I've just chosen to use a white on white for this one. We've got little pops of blue in the card, but since I used the backing paper, I didn't think I'd be able to match that well, so I decided to be safe and just go with white on white. There we go. And I'm going to use this die one more time, so let me just tidy it up real quick. Take all our little bits out. Okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second. So the next thing I want to do is I want to cut the bottom of the cupcake. Now this is glassine paper, and it's, I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like what muffin paper is like. It's got that same sort of feel to it, so I thought it would work perfectly for this. So what I'm going to do is just bring that in. We're going to use the larger of the two muffins bottoms on the die set. Go. And let me just, there, oh, popped right out. So you've got that really nice little stitching on there as well. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of mounting foam to the back of that. I'm going to raise that up. That may be too big. Let's see if that'll, no, I think that should work. Okay, there we go. I am going to bring in our piece of the decorative paper that we're going to put the muffin on and work up from that. So I'm going to put the base down right in the bottom of that. And then I've cut the, what I call like the frosting top to the cupcake, and I've got a little bit of mounting foam on the back of that. So we're just going to tuck that right under the edge there. Okay, so now I did say I was going to come back to this. So what we're going to do is I've got a little scrap piece of that same backing paper, and I'm going to just pop that down and cut it one more time. Okay. So now, let's see if I can carefully get that up. What I actually want here are all those little dots. So what we're going to do is put some dots on our cupcake around. And add some of that decorative paper in there. Let's see, we might be able to do it like this. Just with a little pokey tool in the middle of them. So we've got that same exact blue tone. Oops, come on. And let's see, there we go, turn over. Okay, and one more here. There we go. How cute is that? So that border doubles. You can use the little fall away pieces and create little sprinkle bits for your cupcake. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go backwards and then finish this off. So I've gone ahead and cut the Ava die, leaving that center where we're going to put the cupcake, and it's the perfect size with that double stitched rectangle. So use a bit of glue on that. Pop that into place. There we go. Give that a second. Looks good. Mounting foam on the back to raise it. Oops. Pop that right on the side of the card. Okay. Put the cupcake into place. That has been cut to fit in the middle there. All right, so now what I want to do is create a little candle. So the candle comes in an inner decorative piece and an outer piece. I'm going to cut the outside piece with on white card with a little bit of sticky adhesive on it. Okay. Go and put that back, and I've got one I've cut with the decorative piece. So what I want to do is just bring in a little bit of our Fossilized Amber Distress Oxide and the Spiced Marmalade Oxide, and add a little bit of color to the flame here. There, and just a tiny bit around the top there. Okay, so I'm going to put that together. Peel the backing off of this, line these two up, there we go. I'm going to bring in a little bit of our Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to our candle just to glitz it up. Go. And that'll go right down the little stripy part. And I think what I'm also going to do is add a tiny bit of glue to the tip. And pop that inside too. So we have a little bit of sparkle on the top as well. There we go. That back into place, and let's just add that with a piece of mounting foam. That may be just a hair bit too wide. Let's try that. There we go. Got a cute little candle coming out of the top there. I'm just going to tuck that right underneath there. Okay, so that side of the card is finished. So what we want to do is add our flower. So I've taken that same decorative paper and I've cut the little petals from the Dianthus. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center of these two. And we're just going to layer it up by offsetting it. You can add just a bit of dimension by bringing those petals up if you like. There. Get a hold of that one. Ooh, don't move. Give that a second to set up. Pop that into place there. I'll leave that for just 2 seconds. I'm going to glue the sentiment, which I've also cut out of the same decorative paper, so it's all got that same really pretty blue pattern on it. That should fit right above our border quite nicely. There we go. I'll put the little flower on with a glue dot up in the top corner here. That should fit right about there. Oops, still a little bit wet. There we go. And I've taken and cut just a couple little leaves from the beautiful hydrangea there. And I'm going to add those onto the top part. Just coming out from the top of the card. Give them a little bit of forming, raising them up. Tip that underneath. And the Dianthus comes with these cute little swirls, so we're going to add both of those around the flower, coming down from the bottom of the flower. One there, and one coming this way. So it really looks nice up in that corner. How is that for such a sweet little cupcake card? I think that is so pretty. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video and you'll look for us on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, you need to like us, leave a comment, and subscribe.